Hey, hello everyone. Hello.
Hello.
Okay, good. Yeah, so maybe everyone can confirm if you can hear me. You can wave. Okay, yeah, sure. So now we can start. Yep, I can see everyone can hear me. Now we can start. So we had our first session last weekend. I only had Lamzi. So we did some introduction. We did some maybe the goal of this training and what we expect at the end of the month to have achieved. So, but today we are going to start again. So I think it's good to start again as a new one. Then from there we try to proceed because we have most of us 80% are new in this case. So Ruth, you can mute. Okay, good. So now I would like us to start with just introduction, just your name and maybe what you do, calendar, and then we get started. Or we'll start with Lamzi. Then we go to Veronica, then we go to Luz, then we go to David, then we go to Bill, then I'll finalize it. So just 30 seconds and then we proceed. Lamzi, you can start.
Hi everyone. Noah Olan, currently at the IDS student taking computer science at Karatina University. Yes, I think that's enough.
Yes, that's okay. We go to Veronica.
Hi everyone, I'm Veronica Nyambura, a farmer and a student.
Yes, we go to Luz. Ruth, you're the next one.
Hi, my name is Ruth Bully. I am working 8 to 5 and I'm currently learning data analytics. I'm hoping I'm in the right place to learn more so that I can be able to change from 8 to 5 to working for myself.
Okay, good. That's great. Welcome. It's you, Bill.
Hi everyone, my name is Bill Javia. Currently, I'm a freelancer at Optimizer, and also I'm a beginner in data analysis. So I saw the need to join this, and the instructor is a good friend of mine. Thank you.
Okay, welcome, Bill. Then David.
Good morning. This is David. I work in accounts. I'm a CPA student. Pleasure.
Okay, sure. Welcome. So I'll finalize it. So my name is Kaluki Ruben. So I have interacted with most of you, maybe David and Ruth, you and new friends, Lamzi, Veronica, and Bill, my good friends. So for me, I'm a data scientist. I work in a fintech, digital leading company. So I decided to have this training session also to mentor others and also as we grow together in this journey. So feel welcome and I would like now to start. Yep. So we'll start by me sharing a screen here. Want to share something, what is expected from this session, and then from there we can see how this will end. See, let me just share something. So I hope you can see my screen. Yeah, I can see my screen is visible. So we're going to start from this part, what is our objectives. So there is a background noise. Just give me 1 minute. I try to use my headphone. The objective or the objectives of what we are trying to do or to build within this month. So my goal is to have a project-based learning. So for me, I'll be taking you through the project, but for you, what will be needed is to do research. You'll be required to find online resources where you can learn and also get some resources to help you understand the content maybe better in this case. So what we're going to do, we are going to start with what we are calling it the SQL, the database, where we are going to use the PostgreSQL, and then we'll be using Python. For Python, we'll be using an encoder and also VS Code, because at the end we'll be expected to create an application. That's why we need a VS Code, and also for model deployment in this case. So maybe in this case we can just decide to deploy using just Streamlit and GitHub, something like that, so that you can have this as a project to showcase, for example, when you are doing the interviews, like what you have achieved so far. So as well, trying to share a lot of resources with you guys so that you can also perfect on your side. So that is the goal. So this project should take 1 month. We are now in week 2, so we should be start maybe increasing our pace so that we at the end of the month will be able to have completed the project. So we'll start with the data that we are going to use. So I just want to share with you where you are going to get the data. So the data will be filed in my GitHub account. So I just want to, I hope everyone is having a GitHub account in this case. So if you don't have a GitHub account, you can just let me know before we proceed.
I do not have a
GitHub account.
I don't have. Yeah.
Okay, you didn't have. So in this case, you need to create one, because I think that's the only way you can access this data. But for example, I'll share this after. I can just drop the link, then you can copy the link from my GitHub account. Then maybe after this, you can create your own account and try to clone maybe my resources in this case, or the resources that will be using. Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. So no problem. So let me just go to my GitHub account, then I'll share a link. So I'll share the link. So this is my GitHub account, but I just want to share the link where the resources for this month training are available. So this is the, what do you call it? The repo with the resources. Let me just copy it, drop it to the team. Not Lamzi. Yeah, you have the account. Maybe, or I can just drop it here under the charts. Everyone can copy the repo, and then after that they proceed. I've shared the repo with the resources under the chat message, so maybe everyone can access it from that point. So for example, let me just proceed, because for now what we need is I need to demonstrate, then you will follow maybe later in this case. So this is what is expected. So we have these are the resources that we're going to use this month. I've already updated this one, but also Lamzi, maybe you can share in the group, but maybe some people are not connected, maybe was up with their machine, so I don't think even that can also help us at the moment. So this is the data that we're going to use. So the data is car data sales, is about sales of maybe what you're calling them, the cars. So I'll open that data from my desktop because I have a folder with the data to show the team how the data looks like, so that we can start from that point. And then I expect few questions from you, team. I expect few questions. So this is the data that we're going to use. So the data is mainly about the car sales. So we have few columns. present in the data. So if you just click on the first arrow, you're supposed to see the total number of columns. There are 9 in this case. The first column is about the car name. The second column is the year of the car. The third is about the present price of that car. The fourth is kilometer driven. Then the fuel type. Is it petrol? Is it using diesel? Is it using CNG? The other part is a seller type. Is it an individual car? Is it a dealer? Or is it maybe what you're calling it, a new car, something like that? So transmission, manual, automatic, owner. We have some available data there. Can be owned by 1 person, 2 person, 3 person, something like that. Selling price. What is the current selling price of those cars? So our goal is to predict the selling price in this case. So maybe the question that might be coming in is, why do we have the present price and the selling price in this data? So the main reason why we have the present price, this was the question that was asked by Lamsey last session. The main reason why we are having the present price. Okay, good. I think there is a question. Let me just check this one. Yes. Okay. Yes, Bill.
So I'm asking, you shared the link, your GitHub, whatever. I can't see it.
Oh, under the chat, and chat, the message, not in the WhatsApp, just here in the call.
Let me check it out.
Okay.
Okay, we are good.
Oh, you can see it now.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So maybe now how to access, you can download everything. You can download everything from the repo and then you store it in your machine. For example, you can create a folder, call it maybe Castles project, something like that. And then you store the resources there. You extract everything there, and then you will have the data as it appear as it is appearing from this side. So maybe I can proceed now. Yeah. So maybe now I had the question that was asked last session by Lamsey. Where do we have the present price and the selling price in this case, in this data? The main reason why we have the present price, it acts like to help us mainly understand if it will have any impact in the selling price in this case. For example, when you are working up with a machine learning model, you need to do what we call correlation in this case to understand which variables will be having like a positive impact or effect on the target variable. In this case, our target variable is the selling price. We are trying to create a machine learning model that will help us predict the selling price of the cars in this case. So there is no need of having the present price, but the present price is present in this data to help us see the correlation. So for example, we'll do a correlation at the end to help us understand what will be the impact of this present price to the selling price. If the present price will not have any impact in the model, we'll have to drop the present price and then remain with just variables that will be having positive influence in the selling price. I hope that one is clear. Also from Lamsey. Is that okay?
Maybe you can pardon yourself.
Okay, yeah. I was saying in this case, for example, when you open the data, the first things that come in is like you need to maybe understand the variables or the columns or the features that are present in the data. In this case, what you are noticing, we have the car name, we have the year of the car, maybe the manufacturing year, we have the present price of the car, and also we have the selling price. So we also have the kilometer driven, the fuel type, the seller type, the transmission, and the owner. So these are most common features that are present when you go to any website, for example. In this case, for instance, this data is not an actual data. It's not like what we call it. If you go to something like you go to a website like which are the most selling car website in Kenya, for example, the one for Kai and Kylo, something like that. So if you go to that website, you can be able to web scrap this data. You can be able to web scrap the car name, the year, the present price, the kilometer driven of that car, the fuel type, is a petrol automatic, the seller type, the transmission, and the owner, something like that. Or even if you go to website like this one, maybe I can share a certain website here. I think it's good to have like a understanding of what we are doing. So let me open this website here so that I can demonstrate to you. The website is what we are calling it. Just a minute. The website we're calling it Gingy. Okay. Let me share the screen. I know the screen is not visible. Let me just share the screen. Okay, good. So I hope now everyone can see my screen. I don't want to sign in this screen. So I hope everyone can see the screen. So this is Gigi website. So if you go to this Gigi website, you can be able to web scrap a lot of information, for example, from the first car here, which is Toyota. So I'm just trying to share with you some ideas on where also you can get data from. So this is Gigi website. You can be able to get the name of the car. It's Toyota Hilux double something like that. 2.4 AWD 2021. You can be able to get the transmission. The one that we are talking about, is it either automatic or manual? So transmission, automatic or manual. The other data that you can get from this website is what? Is the first owner? Is it first owner car or something like that? The year of the car, the model, which is 2021. So the color, which is gray, we don't have this feature, but it's something that you can add. Also, the model is Hilux Toyota, which is also like the name. But now from the name, I'll just show you how to get like the model or the make of the car. And then also the present price, you can see it somewhere. The present price should be somewhere at the top. You can see where this one. This is the present price. Kenya shillings 5.9 million, something like that. So you can create a Python a script that can web scrap this data, just not for one data, for all these cars present in this website, and you create a model that can help this GG company come up with the accurate price of the car based on that machine learning model. So I hope that one is clear. So maybe in case of a question, you can just maybe let me know before we proceed. Any question? Okay, yes. Bill.
So how to extract that data from that website? We are going to handle it later, or we are just handling it now?
Oh, so for that one, we are not handling it because it is another a course that you need to maybe to do research on it, try to understand. Is about web scraping. So just maybe in case there is someone who is good at it in this part, I can give him or her a session maybe one of the coming days to take the team through it. Like how can you web scrap that data from GT or from any other site, but also you have to look for security, like do this company allow you to web scrap those data, because those are data security measures in this case. You have to take account of that. So but also we can look for other websites, not just GG, we can look for other website which allows maybe anyone to web scrap that data, because if we can web scrap that data, we'll have created something which we call it maybe an automatic model where, for example, it keeps changing with time, because you just need to update your database and then everything changes. It gives you the current state of these car prices. So I hope that one is clear.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Now that you said we are going to be doing the research, so my suggestion is maybe if you give us some suggestion on where we can find the resources that we can learn how to do that things.
Okay, sure. So that is something that I've noted. I'll provide a resource on that, on web scrapping.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Because that also is another topic which is crucial when it comes to working with data. So from that part, I think I have given you the introduction and what is expected of us. Maybe if there is no other question, we just go directly to tools, the tools that we're going to use, and also how we can download them in this case. If we have all understood maybe what we are working on in this case. So if no question, I would like maybe to ask Lamzi. If Lamzi, you are in a position, are you able to take the team on tools that we need? For example, we need PostgreSQL. That is a database that we're going to use. We also need Anaconda, and we need VS Code. But for at the moment, we just need PostgreSQL and then maybe Anaconda. So we just need those two tools. But currently for today, we just need PostgreSQL. So we can just download PostgreSQL. So I don't know if Lamzi, you're in a position where you can take the team or you can just proceed. Okay, good.
Okay. Can I share the screen?
Yes, you can share the screen. You can share the screen.
Okay. I think we can start with the Anaconda.
But for today, I just wanted us maybe to have PostgreSQL because of the time. I think we are just going to cover on database. So maybe the next session is the one that you can go to Anaconda. So I'll just give instruction on how to download Anaconda. And then maybe the next session, the team can have Anaconda now. So you can just take them on how to download PostgreSQL. Yeah.
Okay. Let me do that right now. Can you see my screen?
We are sharing the entire screen.
I think we can look for it. PostgreSQL. I think everybody's there.
Yes, we can see the screen right there.
Yeah, okay. So we come here. So we download the installer. If you're using, I think everybody is using Windows, right?
Yes, we are seeing it, but maybe you can be slow. You can take them slow because also you need to tell them where to get the link.
Okay. So first you look for PostgreSQL. Let me start with PostgreSQL. Yeah. Then you come to the window installers. Yeah. If you're using Linux, you install Linux. But since we are using Windows, most of us, we just click here. Then we come here. Everybody can see?
Yes, we can see.
Download the installer. Then you download it. Since I already have it, I think I won't be there. Okay, let me just do it. So after coming here, we come to the recent one. Yeah, that's the version. The recent version is 17.6. Then we download it, right? If you are, I think you just download it. Then you come here. We are using Windows, right? Then if you haven't done it yet, just do this. Click here. So
yes, when you click on the Windows, the download should start automatically.
Yeah.
Yes, just step like that. But I think in this case, it will take like maybe 340 MB. So in this case, if you are not in a good net, it will take a lot of time. So maybe now I would like to hear from the team. Is this something that I can wait for the team to download, or we proceed as the download is happening?
Kindly, Ramsey, can you just share the link on the chat?
Okay. Just wait right now. Just copy it and share. Yeah. I think we should do that. Then after that, we can pick a person from the audience so he can share the screen. We install with him together. I think that one will be much better.
Yes. I also go with that. Maybe who is available to share the screen? Because we need to install together also in this case.
I think Jafia, can you share the screen?
Okay, let me see.
Just do that.
Just a minute. Okay, are we together?
Yes, you can see the screen.
All right, so I'll just go to the chat and I'll click on the link. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
So which version was that?
I think you can scroll up a bit. Up to the download installer. Yes, download installer. After there. Just click there.
Okay.
Yes, since you are
we are
using,
together,
so you pick the Windows part. Not there.
the Windows.
Yeah, for the latest. For this case,
Latest 17.6.
17.6 is the latest version. Yep.
17.6. Then you look for Windows. You are there.
Alright, so we'll give it time to load.
Yes.
So it's downloading.
Yeah.
So is everyone with us? The beautiful ladies, are you with us? Should we continue our SIP download or should we wait for it?
Yeah, for this, I think I can take it back. So thank you, Lamzi, for the one of us a chance to do a presentation, maybe on what we have learned. In this case, we'll be having a recap in the weekdays. So in this case, be ready on what we are doing because I'll be giving you a chance to do some kind of a recap. So as we proceed, maybe the next step would be to install. But now to install, you see, we have to wait for Bill to complete the downloads. But now maybe for us who have downloaded and installed the SQL, I can just share my screen and then we proceed from there. Maybe I'll just guide you. I am recording the video, don't worry about it. I'll share the video with you so that we can do the lookup. In this case, I'm recording it. So for now, I think I think I can proceed because I'm recording. I can proceed.
Yeah, proceed.
Yes. So now, remember we said we are going to use PostgreSQL to deal with the data. So the first thing that I did demonstrate that we have the data in our desktop. So we need to connect now our data to database in this case. So most of the companies stores data in database. So you realize that when you go online or any other places, when you are trying to look for something to learn, what you realize that most guys, what they do for machine learning models, they'll just get the same data that I have shown you. They take it to Python directly and they start analyzing. So, but for this session, my session, I wanted it to be like we start from database, we connect that data to database, we try to do some queries from database. We write a query that connect from database to Python in this case. So that it means that you are not going to import this data to Python, but you'll be connecting Python with database so that you can query the data. I hope that one is clear. That's how I want this session to be, and I think I will have that at the end. So let me share the screen. So this is PG admin. So great. So when you download the PostgreSQL, what we are after downloading and installing, what we are going to get is PG admin. In this case, we'll be using PG admin to do our queries. So Bill, you let us know when the download is complete so that we can install together at this time. So now is proceed. When you open PG admin, this is what you see. So this is what you see in this case. So this is the appearance. So what is needed of you when you open it, you need to click on where we are calling it server, where you have the server. So when you click on server, or what you call it, you double click on server, what you'll be able to see, sorry for this case, for my side, I have worked with it, but you are supposed to see something like, so you are supposed to see something like this. So when you open the PG admin, which is the database that we are going to use to query the data. So this is what you are supposed to see. So in this case, what is needed for us is to create a database. In this case, and what you can be able to see from my side, I have at the database name, where you have the database name, I have like 3. It means I have created 3 databases in this case. And maybe in these 3 databases, I have stored a certain data or type of a data. So now, if I want to create another database that will maybe carry the car sales data, I need to come to where we have the database. You see, we have the databases, then I right click on it. When I right click, you go to create. When you click on, we take your cursor to create, you are able to see a database. So you just click on database. In this case, you just click on database. You just click on database, sorry. Just a minute. So you just click on what we are calling a database. So I'm going to click on database. So when I click on database, this is what you are going to see. The database is empty. Database cannot be empty. So we need to create a database and we give it a name relating to the data that we are going to work with. So for example, in this case, we're going to work with car data. So we can call our database, for example, car. We can give it a name car based on what maybe you want to call your database. For my case, I'll give it a name car and then I'll try to save in this case. Just doing that, I'll have created a database. That is option 1. So option 2, to create a database, you can write a query in this case. So you can just write a query, you open a query editor, you write a query, and then that query will give your database name car. And the option is here. You just need to go to where we have definition, security, parameters, advanced, and SQL. So when I click on SQL, you'll see a query that is used to write this name or to create this database car. So I just click on SQL. So this is the format of the query that you expected to write in order for you to create a database. So create a database car. My name is car. With owner is PostgreSQL, encoding YouTube. So these are like default format of PostgreSQL. You're supposed to give it all this format in this case. So, but the main thing is to create a database car with the owner PostgreSQL encoding YouTube. So you'll see why this owner encoding local provider are important when you will be connecting this database with Python in this case. So, but this is just a format that I was trying to show you. But the main thing is to come to general, I think. So when I click to general, so this is the easiest way. You don't need even to write a query. That's the advantage of using PostgreSQL. You just write the name, the car, and then you save. So when you click the save, you see the database connected. So it is successful. So now when I come to datas, for example, I come to databases. Now you can see there were 3, but now we're having 4. So when I expand this arrow, you're able to see my database, which is car. But I have another database which I had called it car sales. Just forget about it. We are dealing with car now, the car database. So up to that point, do you have any question? Any question up to that point? So if no question, then I believe we can proceed. If no question. So also, Bill, you let us know when the download is complete because I want us to install together. It's an important point there.
Okay, the download is complete, but unfortunately, my Windows cannot support the app.
Oh, you are in their machine.
No, the Windows, not machine.
Oh, the Windows. Maybe you need an app.
Because
Yes, proceed.
okay, what they told me earlier. Let me just a minute. So when I tried to install downloads, so they said this app can't run on your PC. To find a version for your PC, check with the software publisher. That's what they told me.
So,
are you listening?
Yeah. I'm listening. We are getting it. So you are using Windows what? Windows 10.
Are you listening?
Yes, we are getting what you are saying. Yeah.
Yeah. So that is how I was. That's why I was there. So I don't know how to go about it.
So you are using Windows what?
If now the machine is because
So in this case, I don't
so
know.
I don't know how to go about that.
Okay.
I'm using Windows.
So
Yes.
okay, sure. Okay. I don't know if it is window or it is machine in this case, maybe. Because for Lamzi and for my side, okay, Lamzi, you can, yes, just Lamzi, come in.
Okay, can you open your settings, laptop settings, and you check the system type so you can see in how many bits is your operating systems. If it is 64, I think it should be compatible. And if it is less than that, I think you download the 34-bit one.
Okay.
Yeah, kindly open it so you can see.
Okay, just a minute.
Okay, share the screen.
Or should I see? Okay, fine.
David?
I did manage to download and install, but I'm at the stack builder point. I'm advised to select
Stack builder?
the categories.
Oh, okay, sure. So maybe you can just wait for like just remain there. We try to see if we manage to save or to solve the build problem. Then you can, David, you can share your screen. We proceed from your side.
Okay.
Yeah. Just wait there. Yes, we can.
So can you all see my screen?
Yes, we can see it.
You can see a screen. Open the laptop settings. Then you go to the info about the laptop.
Yeah.
Laptop settings.
There, right?
We can see it.
You can't see.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can see.
I think I'll share. Let me just share again my screen. No, it's not responding.
Yes, share now.
You can see it now.
Yes.
So let me just go here. Now I'm in my settings. Can you see it?
We can see your settings, but you can see that you have shared your screen, but we're not able to see your settings.
What if Bill, you just share the window that you are just selecting instead of sharing everything. You just share the window. Yeah.
I think I should share a different screen from whatever.
Yes, maybe you can select. Just share the window where you are just maybe.
All right. Just a minute. It seems a bit. Just a minute. Well, I can't see the window in my menu. That's what I'm trying to locate. Okay.
Yes.
So are we there?
Yeah.
So
Okay. I think it is compatible. I don't know the reason why it is not accepting.
Yeah, this one should be accepting.
Yeah.
Maybe you can also,
It's okay, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
you can also click the download. We try to see that maybe the notification you are getting.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, you can go back to downloads. We are not able to see. You go back to download, then you try to open download.
Downloads. Oh,
Yeah, you try to open that download so that we can maybe see the notification.
Are we there?
Yes, we are there.
Yes, you can see it.
Now when I double click this one, this is what I get.
What could be the issue?
Maybe
Or maybe this Windows. Okay, let me see my Windows. Or maybe the Windows version because I think I use which version is this?
this might be maybe Windows version. Maybe because I'm recording the session. Maybe Bill, what we can do, we can resolve this later. We can try to resolve this later. Because then we'll see how to resolve it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. Good. Let's just continue.
Yes. Yes. Now, David, you can share the screen. So let me ask for David. You are almost completing the installation. Maybe something I would like to ask you. Did you save your password? Because what is critical in this case is the password.
I remember.
Okay, good. Maybe for this part you can just can you go back? Click go back at etc. Net at the back.
I go back.
Yeah. So you have selected this one. When you click next now. Yeah, for this one I think you can cancel.
Okay.
Yeah. You want to close the stack builder? Yes. Okay, good. Now go to your PC and search for pizadmin to see if you have it.
PG.
Yeah.
It might need a restart. I've used it for almost 3 days without. I'm seeing it not being anything up. So I just say okay, assuming it's selected.
Yes, you have it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. It's just simple like that. For the last step, you can just ignore them. It's not a must you download because it will take a lot of time. In this case, you can just cancel them and then you will complete everything. Yes, at least we have David who have managed to download that install. It's just easy, it's not hard. So for Bill, we are going to solve that. I maybe want to know about the Redis. Are we together? Okay. Okay. Mine is still for load, still downloading. Okay. When you are download, maybe you can also let us know so that we can guide you on installation. That would be fine because you'll be starting from the start. For Veronica.
Mine is still downloading.
Okay, sure. So let us know when we appear. So maybe
Okay.
yeah, sure. So maybe I can proceed with the part where I was explaining everything. So now I'll go back to this part. Now for David, maybe what you can do from your side. Also, I think for this case, David should also be sharing. We try to create a database from David and we try to import the data from David's side. That would be easier for all of us because for me, I've already created this one. So David, you can share the screen again. Now we proceed from my side. Yeah. Yes, currently telling you. Okay, good. So yeah, it's okay. Click on server. You're supposed to click on server. Yes. Yeah, asking you for password. Yeah, you have to enter the password. That's why when you are installing, you have to remember your password and then you save. Click save because next time you don't want to be asked the password again. Then okay, good. It's just simple like that. So you can see on the left hand side what we are having under database. We just have one. So now for David, you need to create a database. So let's click on databases. Right click on databases. Yes, create.
Yes, you give it a name, sales data or car sales data. It all depends with you. Then you don't have to give a space. What we use underscores. In this case, car underscore sales underscore data. Yep. Okay. Then save. Yeah, you are supposed to see a tick, meaning the connection is there. So when you go to your left side, you are also able to see the car sales data. Yeah, the car sales data. Now the next thing that is needed under we have created a database, the car sales data. We need to create a table in this case. So we need to create a table that now will store the data, our data. Now we have a database, but inside the database we need a table. So when you expand the ILO under the car sales data, you are able to see other information like cars, catalog, event, extension. So you just need to go to schemas. You go up to where you have the schemas and you expand that. Good. When you expand schemas, you are supposed to go down up to where you have tables. Yes. So under the tables now, what we are supposed to do, you're supposed to create a table that will store our data. Maybe you can click on table, then create a table. Okay, good. So what will be the name of your table?
The same name as the database.
You can just pick maybe a different one, maybe almost the same but not the same. Maybe you can say sales, maybe sales data.
Oh, you said I can't use space.
The best thing when working with data is to use underscore, for example. Yeah, something like it maybe. So for this one, you don't need to save. For this one, Lamzi, are you in a position to take through how to import the data? I want it to maybe to stay.
Okay, maybe I can give a try. Okay. So you can save it. You can save the table. Then on that table, you right click, left or right. Just right click. Then there is the import export data. You click there. Then you copy the file name. Then you locate your data. It's not there. Did you download the data? Yeah, okay, that's the one. Then you open it. All right. Then scroll down. Down. Oh, I think it is okay. Then the columns on the general part, the upper side. Yeah, columns.
Oh, columns. Yeah.
Yes. Then they can see. I think, Ruben.
Yes, I wanted to.
I think.
Yeah. Thank you, Lamsey. I think Lamsey, there is a step he didn't take into account. So maybe what you can, maybe what you can do. Let me take it here because of time. So maybe what you can do, David, you click OK. Just click OK. So what is needed here? Go back to sales data, David. Sales data under the schema at the bottom. Under schema, right click on it, and then delete. Do you see any part to delete? We have part to delete the script.
Just drop.
Yeah, where's the drop at the top? Yep. That's like the third. Yep.
Cascade.
Are you sure you want to? Yes. Good. Go to tables again. Right click on tables. We start it again. Create a table. Yeah, give it maybe a same name. Then now after that, what is needed, that is add a general. So when you're importing the data, you need to specify the column. So you click on columns. So for this part, you need to specify the columns that are present in your data. And when it comes to columns, you need to understand the columns. For example, in my data, we had the car name. So when you go to car name, that type of a column maybe is a string because it's a character. When you go to selling price, is a numeric because those are numbers. Something like that when you open the data. For example, David, can you open the data? So we are there. So where are we? Yeah, we are here. So in this case, for example, you're supposed to copy every column. Like the car name, you copy it. Then you'll need to, maybe you can copy the car name. Just copy the car name.
The cell of the text.
The car name, the name itself. You can maybe copy all. Just that name, car name. You go back to, shorten it. Go back to the database. So in this case, for example, to identify the column, so what do you need to do? Select from. So you need to go to columns. Do you see where you have the column name plus sign on your left? Add. So you paste there the column name. Paste there. Then the data type. You need to identify the data type. For example, maybe is that a string? Is that a character? Maybe scroll down. Maybe I think it's a string from my side. Maybe you can just give it a string. It is possible to get it at the bottom. String. Or is it a string or a text in this search? What if you search something Yeah, just maybe take that one. You see, so don't save. So this is what you are supposed to do if you don't want to write queries in this case. So for my case, what I would like us to do, I would like us to just maybe you close this one. Should I be not closing directory? What should we do? You should delete on your left. Yes, delete. Yes. So go to query, go to where we have, for example, the query. So this is what you have created. So the first thing now what you're supposed to do under this part is save. Just save the table itself. Then come to right click on the sales data again, the table. Then query tool. You just need to write a query with those columns. Instead of just maybe going to a data and then copying all those columns, the best thing is to write a query. So I want to paste a query that you're going to paste it there, then I'll take you through it in this case. So let me just paste this under the text. You just copy it and then you paste it there to make it easier for us. Find it there, copy and you paste it there. Good. So we are creating a table in this case. So for example, we had created already a table. We are calling it sales data. So for sales data, this is the first option. You just need to go to those columns, you copy the column name, you enter it there, something like that, and then at the end you save. So that is the first option. The second option is writing like this query. So in this case, we are creating a table. The table name, I'm calling it car sales _ data. But for this part, maybe what you can do, you can delete the sales, you just remain with car data because we have already sales data. Yes, car data. We are creating now another table, we're calling it car data. Under this car data table, we'll have the car name, which I'm calling it avashal, which is a string, and year, giving it an integer value, present price, giving it a decimal because it is a numeric which has decimal points, kilometer driven is an integer, something like that. And then we're supposed now to execute this query. You can highlight it and then execute. Highlight. Yes, then execute. To execute is just you can go to the top. I think if you click the second one, but if you click, I think Control Enter. I don't think if it's Control Enter or Enter. Is Control Enter or Shift Enter? Try one. Try Shift Enter. What have you tried?
Shift Enter.
Or Control Enter. You have to highlight in this case if you're using those. So nothing is happening. So what you can do, just highlight, or even you go to where you have, do you see where you have no limit? After no limit, we have an arrow, the second one, not that one. That's where you are going to execute. You can just be clicking that one. So query successfully returned. We need to look the command for executing that. I think so. So now you need to go to the tables. Go to the table under the schema. Right click on the table.
The table itself.
Yeah, the table itself, and then refresh. Just refresh. Refresh. Good. Refresh. The table itself, not the sales data. The table itself. The table, not the sales data. The table. Right click on the table. Refresh. Yeah, you see now we have the car data now. So for example, for the sales table, because we didn't complete, you can just drop it. Now we remain with the car data because the easiest part is to create a query, and then when you create a query, you have a query with all the columns in the data. So just drop that one. The way we did the other part. But also, if you don't want to write a query, you can just go with the step that I was going to demonstrate the first. So now under the cars data, what is needed? We need to import our data. So let's click on car data, then import export. So in this case, we are importing. So select the data under the file name, go to file name and select the data. Click on that, go back to your desktop. So our data should be a CSV. I don't know if we have selected as a CSV. So I would like us to use it as a CSV. So what is possible here? Go to where you have opened the data in Excel, then convert it to CSV. Go to Excel, open it. Yes, save. Just saving. You save as a CSV. Save as. And for example, in this case, I hope you have a folder for late a CSV. Yes. Then save. Yes, go back to import, select. You see it's there. Then open. Then from here, what is needed next? The next step should be other encoding. When you select other encoding, what is available there? Encoding, select an item. Maybe other encoding should be scroll down, let's see. For this one should be it was UTF-8. Yeah, this one. UTF-8, and then scroll down, let's see. I think that's okay. Go to options, click on the option at the top. At the top, general options, columns. Yeah, options. You see the limiter is a comma because it's a CSV. That's okay. Then the quote is there, the escape is there. That's okay. Yeah, that's okay for that part. Go to columns. So now for columns, you're supposed to see the columns in the data because already you had defined those columns when you were creating the query. The car name, the year, present price, kilometer driven. But you see, what was Lamzy trying to do maybe a few minutes ago, we were not able to see that the database was not able to detect these columns. But now they can detect it because you have already created the table and defined those columns. So the columns are currently there. Then you click OK. Click OK. It has failed. Why? Copying table data, public data, own data, discusses data, and example post. Why has that failed? Maybe what you can do, go to car data and try to refresh. You see if they are what is present in the columns. The car data now. Importing the car data, refresh. Then expand the button on the car table or the car data. So open the columns. You see what is present in the columns. Okay, we have them. So what you can do, maybe you can proceed just below the query where we have create table, something like that. You can proceed to write a query that will display the data itself. So just below it, just like select all, yeah, no, just type select, then all use asterisk. Select, then space, then asterisk. Asterisk is this based on the computer. The one that we use for multiplication, the star at the top. Yeah, that one. Then space from the car data. The name of your table. Yeah, just from delete there. Just from the car data. Yeah. Lamzy just copied that one. Yeah. Then after the semicolon, then highlight it. Or you just execute that. You can just not how much you highlight. You can just execute. Not all. Just what you have written right now. Yeah, that one. So we did manage to import data. So meaning there is somewhere we are getting an error, so maybe we need to import it again. Right click on car data, because you see this is empty. Right click on import export. I don't know where we're getting the error. Then is it encoding? Might this be encoding? Last time, what was our encoding, Lamzi? Was it? I think we used UTF-8 also.
I think so.
Yes, it should be working. Just scroll down. Scroll down. You see. Scroll down. Then go to options. Options. Header. They have headers. Make sure the header is on. Yep. Scroll down. You see. The columns, under the columns, because I can't see anything. The columns should be, scroll down. I think the columns are okay. Then click OK to see if this will be successful. Yep. Now it worked. Yep. Now go to the car data and refresh. Now it worked. I think maybe the headers was the problem. Refresh. Then execute the select all from the car data. Not all, not up to the just the last square, yeah. Good. Yeah. Now we are there. You're able to see that we have managed to import the data. So now the next session would be, how can we now analyze this data? We do data analysis, we do data cleaning, we do maybe any feature engineering in the data. And also maybe the best thing with maybe PostgreSQL, with other major PostgreSQL, you can develop a machine learning model using a database. It's not a must you go to Python, but this is not maybe the same using the Google BigQuery. You can create a machine learning model using a database. So for example, but that's not what I'm intending. This is great from David, managed to import even the data. So now the next step would be to analyze this data. That would be the next step. But now I just want us to maybe see if we are in the same page from Veronica and Luke.
I can stop sharing.
Okay, yeah, you can now stop sharing. Yeah. Veronica and Luke, did you manage to download?
I have for me, but it's still installing. It's a bit slow. Yeah.
So let me proceed. I can see we have like few minutes. So maybe what I can do, I would just like to repeat it from my side, because we are working together. We are proceeding together as a team to make sure that for those who are yet to download and install, they can also follow the same step. In this case, what I did, we created a database. Our database is car. In this case, this is a car that I've created database. I want to create a table. You go to schema. I think there is someone not in mute. Okay, yeah, good. Thanks. So we go to the car. We have created a database is car. From the car, we need to create a table. You go to schema. In this case, under schema, you go to tables. So I want to do the same step with David, so that we can move to data analysis. For example, we just do few, like 2 queries, and then we call it a day. So you go to create then a table. We just want to repeat the same step. So for this part is when I was saying, if you don't want to write a query, this is the best step to follow. But if you are not interested, like with doing this, the easiest part is to write a query. So for me, I'll just go with writing a query. So maybe you can try that on your free time. So what is needed, you just need to go to tables, right click on table, open a query tool. Just open a query tool, and then I'll come here to the query tool. I copy the message that I shared with you guys and I paste it there. So I'll be creating a table. For me, this table, I want to call it data. Maybe I call it sales. Let me use caps as small letters, sales data. So I want to call this table sales data. This sales data will have all these columns, the 9 columns that were present in our data. And then I just need to come here and execute. So you just execute. You see the query returned successfully 115 seconds. So I just now need to go to tables. Let's click on table and refresh. So when I refresh and I open this button, you are supposed to see the table, the sales data. Under the sales data, you are supposed to see the columns. Expand the columns, you are supposed to see the 9 columns. You see, these are the columns you have created. But now, when I
Hey, Ruben, I lost you. I can't see you.
oh, you lost me.
Ruben?
Yes.
Oh, okay, it's back.
Oh, it's okay. Sorry. Now you can see. Okay, good.
Yeah, I can see it now.
Okay, sure, good. So what I was saying is that we have created a sales data table with these columns. But what you identify, these columns are empty. There is no data inside there. So we need to import the data in this table. So what we do in this case, you just need to go to, for example, to check if there is any data here, you just need to write a SQL command, like for example, select all from the name of the table. The name of the table is sales data. As from my part, then a semicolon, sorry. Then should be a semicolon, not a full stop. A semicolon. My laptop is a different one. So a semicolon, sorry. So, and then you execute. So when you execute this one, I'm supposed to reduce this one. So when you execute this command, for instance, what you are seeing is that my data is empty in this case. So this one, maybe what I should have started is to write a comment. To write a comment, you need to enter 2 dashes like this one. Maybe 2. In this case, we say we are creating a data table. This is the first comment there. So for this one to separate, you write another one. You say checking data, for example, checking if data is present, for example, checking data. So, but now what we have already identified that the data is not present. So we need to import the data. So I go back to the sales data table, I right click, and then I import the data here. Import, export. So I just need to go to my import. Make sure you select import, not export. So at the import, you select here. You click here. When you click here, it should take you back to your local machine. So select the car data, and then you open it. Just simple like that. So when you open it like that, you just need to come here. For example, for this one, we have set this to UTF, I think, UTF-8. This was a setting. For example, when I was creating the database, you saw that it was UTF-8 in this case. So the others are okay. You go to options. So at the options, make sure the header is on. We have realized this from David. You have to make sure the header is on. Then it is a CSV, so delimiter. Then quotations. So the quote, what they do, they used when a data value is quoted. So something like this. So there must be a SIG1 quote. This option is allowed only when using CSV format. So when you are using a CSV file, you have to use the quote, this one, quotation marks. So everything else is okay. Then you go to columns. So for columns, if you have managed to import your data correctly, you are supposed to see the 9 columns present in any data you are working with. And then everything else is okay. You click OK. And then you see this positive thing, process completed successfully. That's what you are supposed to see. So now when I come here to the sales data, I right click and refresh. I'm supposed now to have my data present. I'm supposed now to have the data. So I just need to come here, highlight this statement, and then I execute. So when I executing this one, I'm supposed to see the data. Hope now this one is clear. You're supposed to see the data. You see. So this is the data, the similar way we had it in Excel, but now we are not working with Excel. We want now to analyze the data using a database, a SQL, something like that. So I think up to that point we are okay, unless there is a question. Any question? So if no question, I can proceed to the next query command. That, for example, for a beginner. So for a beginner, what we're supposed to identify is that you have managed to import the data and you can view the data. Select all from the sales data. Now the next step would be, I would like to view just the 10 columns. The 10 columns in my data. How do I like this command? So I have written it, so I just paste it here, then I'll guide you in this case. So you just want to view the first 10 records. So this is similar when you are working with Python. For example, use head maybe to give you just 5. Maybe, for example, if it was Python, would be sales data dot head to just give us the top 5 columns. If you want to see the last 5 columns, you use dot tail. So the same thing, you can do it in SQL. So we are going to select the columns of our data. For example, column number 1 is car name. You can see it here in the database. The second one is year. The third one is present price. The fourth one is kilometer driven. The fifth one is fuel type, the selling price. And the last part is now to give, like, you are selecting them from where, from which table is from the sales data, and then a semicolon, and then you highlight this one, and then you execute. So now what you are supposed to see, you are supposed to see the columns that you have already specified, and now you are supposed to see, I think should be having a limit, we should add maybe what you're calling it, limit maybe 5, because we just want to see 5, the top 5. Let me execute that one, sorry, just left. You see, we use the limit 5. So if you limit 10, you are supposed to see 10. So in this case, these are the 5. We didn't like what we call sort either in ascending or descending, but we just maybe limited to 5. We just want to see the 5 columns, or the 5 rows, should be rows, the 5 rows in our data, something like that. So as a beginner, you are supposed to be able to detect that very fast. So the other part, for example, that comes in your mind is that you would like to see, for example, how many, or what you're calling it, the size of our data, how many columns, how many rows are there in the data set. What is the size of this data, for example? How would you identify this? So we just need to select count. What count does, it count all. It count all the rows present in the data. So we are counting them as total cars. So what this means, as is an alias. Like, for example, if you want to rename a title or a column, or if you want to introduce a new column, we use alias. So these are something that you need to do research on. Alias, for example, when is it used, for example, something like that. So we use it, for example, when we're introducing a new column in our data, for example. So for example, what we are doing in this case, we are trying to count all as total cards from the car, all from the database that we are having. So what will happen in this case, it will walk through the data and it will try to count how many rows are there in the data. For example, are there 100,000, 10,000? It's like the size of this data we are working with. So I just need to highlight and then I execute. So it will tell the size of the data is 10,000. So when you open that data, also you go to your Excel and you try to maybe to check the size. For example, on the first, maybe the first column, the car name, you try to take your cursor there, and then you scroll down. You are supposed to see the count of the data is 10,000 in this case, which is also similar to what we are seeing in SQL. So I think up to that point, maybe to count the records. So in this case, we can say count the record in the data, something like that. So I would not, for me, in this case, I would not prefer to proceed, because I think we have done a lot of things, and now I want to repeat this part again. So the next part now will be doing the data analysis, and then the ED or even feature engineering this part, and then we connect this to Python. We connect directly to Python. So any practice that we are doing here, it will affect your output in Python in this case. We connect directly to Python, then in Python we can now start doing the feature engineering. We do data visualization, and then we create a model in this case. So maybe what I would like you to do is to look at the data visualization, do research on data visualization, do research on data cleaning, do research on maybe what else? Machine learning. Just have that idea, the general understanding, so that the next weekend, Saturday, we have the session together at the same time in this case. So for Veronica and Ruth, maybe, and also we have Bill. For Javier, I'll see how I can try to sort him. So for Ruth and Veronica, I don't know where we are.